Okay, Tim. So let us start. Good morning, everyone. So, so let me introduce myself, Mr. Nirguna. So I am basically a BTech mechanical engineering graduate. I have almost total 22 years of industry experience. Means I'm having almost a total 22 years of industry experience. Initially, so during the starting of my career, I was able to work for some of the manufacturing industries. After my graduation completion, I was able to work in some of the manufacturing industries. I worked for some of the paper industry as well as household appliances manufacturing industries as a supply chain management executive, as well as the procurement department and a planning department and a warehouse department, related business processes coordinator. Right. So during this particular tenure of 7 years, I was involved in. We were using so many softwares to support our day-to-day warehousing related activities execution. Like we were using JD Edwards as one of the software to support our day-to-day activities execution as a end user application to support our data transactions and warehousing related processes execution. I also have some understanding on some of the other softwares as well during the tenure of 7 years. Like we were using in one of the organization as AS400 as one of the software, and in one of the another organization, I got an opportunity to use Oracle. So we were using Oracle as a software to support our inward movement and outward movement of materials within our warehouse. Along with that, in one of the another organization where I was working as a supply chain management assistant manager materials, so looking after all warehousing transactions as well as the procurement related business processes execution. We were using SAP as a software over there. So I was coordinating all the activities of receiving process and issuing process in SAP as a assistant manager materials over there. So based upon this experience, I got an opportunity to work for one of the organization, that is IT industry, right? So I got an opportunity to work for one of the IT industry as a SAP materials management consultant. So I started my career in SAP as a SAP materials management consultant. Till today, I was able to work for various categories of the projects in SAP. I was able to work for implementation projects, rollout projects, and support and enhancement projects, as well as migration projects as well. Apart from this, I also had an opportunity to work for not only SAP Materials Management, SAP Materials Management integration with finance and controlling, SAP Materials Management integration with sales and distribution, SAP Materials Management integration with extended warehouse management, and SAP. There are some legacy softwares as well, like warehouse management solutions like RPI, Clio, Rouse, etc. So for those integration related activities execution, I was also part of during my this 17 years of career in SAP. So when it comes to a training, so I started my training during last 3 years back. So I mainly provide training in terms of SAP materials management. Along with SAP materials management, I also provide the training for extended warehouse management module, as well as industry specific oil and gas projects module, along with the integration related to SAP MM with other modules as a trainer. Also, I started my career during 3 years back. Till today, I was able to provide the training for almost 2,500 to 3,000 consultants, mainly in the area of SAP MM as well as the extended warehouse management. Also, I used to provide the training team. So, in nutshell, I have total 22 years. Out of 22 years, I have 17 years into SAP and remaining 6 to 7 years into the domain experience I am having as a end user working for SAP related activities execution in domain industries, etc. So I have a very good knowledge in the latest versions of SAP, that is HANA and S4 HANA, which is the latest version upgrade of 2023 version of SAP. So all my trainings will be in the latest upgraded version of version 2023 only. We are not going to discuss about the oldest versions of SAP functionalities. Instead, we are going to have the discussions on the latest versions of HANA and S4 HANA version of 2023 of SAP, which is having a very lots of demand in the market nowadays as a SAP consultants. So I used to provide mainly the SAP MM. Along with SAP MM, I am basically a extended warehouse management consultant as well, providing training for SAP MM as well as extended warehouse management mainly in our institute. Right. So I would like to have introduction from each one of you as well. So can you please go through your introduction as well? So your your name as well as your education. If you have a total any of your experience you already working in SAP, that is also fine. So can anyone start with your introduction, please, team? Can anyone start introducing yourself, team?
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Yes.
Sir, it's Mohammed Azhar.
Azhar, can you hear me? Yes, please.
Sir, I completed my BTech in 2018.
Yeah.
After that, I am working as a production engineer.
Okay.
Presently, I am looking to join a SAP MM module
Okay.
so that my friend refers this to demo also.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thanks for your introduction, please. Then we have Akhil. Akhil, can you go through your introduction, please? Akhil, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Akhil, can you hear me? Hello. Then we have Sharan. Sharan, can you hear me?
Yes. Hi everyone,
Yeah.
my name is Sharan and I have almost all 3 years of experience in SAP and I'm 2020 B pass out. I'm
How many years
I'm
of
here
experience
working
you
as a
have?
techno-functional consultant.
Okay, you are working as a techno-functional consultant. Okay,
Yes,
good,
yes,
good.
yes. Yeah. But I
So,
want to like deep dive in MM. I want to be core MM
okay,
consultant. Yeah.
okay, okay. So then we have Sailesh Kumar. Sailesh Kumar, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Very good morning.
Yes.
I have an experience of like 5 years in material management, and I am
Okay.
about to learn. Yeah, about to transition my career as a consultant.
Okay, so you are working as an end user presently.
Yeah, end user.
Okay, okay. Okay, then we have Rajesh. Rajesh, can you hear me?
Hi, good morning.
Yeah.
Actually, like I'm having 7.5 years of experience in SAP FI. Currently, I'm working in TCS. And about my education, I have completed masters and continuing the doctorate.
Okay. You are working already in SAP?
Yes, I am having 7.5 years of experience in SAP FI, as well as I'm aware about like 40 to 50% in MM, SD, and like analytics like Power BI, Tableau. That's
Okay, okay. So again, you are joining the session.
No,
Any reason?
the main thing is like my friend will join in the MM. She's a like it's a, like HR consultant. She's working as a like core HR. But unfortunately, in her absence, like I have joined the class. I'll check like whatever the like topics you will cover. The same thing I will inform to her. So she's not well today, and so that's why like in behalf of her, like I have joined the session.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, then.
Yes.
Then we have Mr. Tilak. Tilak, can you hear me? Okay, then we have Naveen. Naveen, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, Naveen, can you
Hello.
hear me? Yes, can you
Yes,
introduce
yes.
yourself?
Yes. My name is Naveen. I have completed my graduation in 2018 and I have a
Okay,
4 years of experience in non-IT field. So I want to switch my job to this SAP MM consultant.
okay. Okay, so then we have Mohammad Mehraj. Can you hear me? Hello? Mohammad Mehraj, can you hear me?
Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, I can hear. Good morning. This is
yes.
Miraj Mohammed. I have been worked since 15 years. I have 15 years of experience in procurement and warehousing. So I am an
Okay.
end user of Oracle and Fusion. So I have not worked in SAP before.
End user of Oracle?
Yeah, Oracle and ERP, BAN.
Okay, so do you have any experience with SAP?
No, I haven't seen before in SAP before.
Okay, you have Oracle experience along with the BAN, right? Okay, okay, then good, good. Then we have Mr. Rahul. Rahul, can you hear me?
Good
Okay,
morning,
then we
sir.
have,
My name is
yeah,
D. Rahul. I
yes.
had My name is Rahul. I had completed my Bachelor of Technology in Mechanical Engineering in 2024. I am a fresher. That's all about me.
Okay, okay. Okay, so then we have Rajasekhar Reddy. Rajasekhar Reddy, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, hi, all. I have a 4 years of experience as a GIS engineer. Presently, I am having 4 years of experience as a GIS engineer. Thank you.
GIS engineer. What exactly that
Yeah,
one?
it's related to AutoCAD. It's related to AutoCAD mapping side.
AutoCAD. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, thank you. Thanks for the introduction. Any experience with SAP?
No,
No.
because of my
Okay,
friend
good.
advice, because I have to move to MM, SAP MM.
Okay, okay, good, good. Then we have Divya. Divya, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes,
Hi
please go
all.
ahead.
I'm Divya. I'm having 5 years of experience as an analyst in Accenture, and I want to switch to the MM model. That's it.
Okay, okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. So you are already working as a,
Yes, I'm
You are in
working as an analyst
analyst. Analyst in which area?
in operations side, like content management.
Okay, okay, good, good. Okay, so then we have Mr. Ganesh. Ganesh, can you hear me? Okay, so then we have, okay, so we have one offline student came. Let me take introduction of him. Sir, can you tell me about yourself? You are from Nagpur. Okay, good, good. Okay, Tim, thanks a lot for your introduction. So, welcome to the course of SAP Materials Management, right? Okay, that's fine. So, welcome to the course of SAP Materials Management. I congratulate you that you have selected you as a learner for SAP Materials Management. I observed that in this group there are some students who is having already a working experience with SAP in one of the another module. I think some students having an experience in warehousing, and some students are having end user experience as a SAP consultant, etc. as well. So in today's session, so we also have some of the students who are completely a fresher to SAP, and some students are working in other legacy software systems like Oracle, BAN, etc. So I will try to give you some brief overview on today's discussion, what exactly a SAP is and how it is supporting the organization as a enterprise resource planning tool, right? So, so what exactly a SAP is? Today is the first session, team. So before we actually jump into the functionalities of SAP, I will try to give you some brief overview initially regarding SAP. Once the overview session is completed, we are going to perform the activities in the SAP application or the software, right? So what exactly a SAP is? SAP is one of the enterprise resource planning package, or a tool, I can say. What exactly a enterprise resource planning is? Like I am running an organization, right? I need to have one system or software should be available for me to register and record day-to-day transactions of my organization. So just like your banking, if you go to the bank, you wanted to withdraw the money, right? So what they will do, the accounting person in the bank, what he will do, he will give you the cash, the amount of money which you have withdrawn. Once he had given the money, so he will be entering that issuance of the cash to you in their software application, so that your bank balance will be debited for the amount that is being given to you. So why they are maintaining? They need to maintain the recording of the each and every transaction what they are performing, right? They in the olden days, so the people used to have, there was no software system, but there are so many ledger books we call it as. So they used to maintain every activity what they are performing in the olden days in the ledger books. But if you maintain the data in the ledger books or the notebooks, it is very difficult to track or to generate the reports if you are maintaining the ledger books instead of any of the software in your system, in your organization. So SAP is one of the enterprise resource planning package. When I say enterprise resource planning, what exactly what is the purpose of enterprise planning in your organization? The purpose of the enterprise planning in your organization is you wanted to utilize the resources that you have in your organization up to a maximum extent, right? So let us say if you go to any of the organization, you will have mainly three resources. What are those three resources in every industry will be having, right? So every industry will have mainly three resources. If you control the investments in those resources, ultimately you will be under profit. If I do something wrong in these resources which I am utilizing in my organization at the end of the financial year will be getting into a loss, right? You need to utilize the resources in a optimum manner. What are the resources that every organization will have? Like every organization will have a manpower, right? Manpower or employees. There are some organizations nowadays up to 4 lakh employees, 5 lakhs employees. So if your organization is having 4 lakh or 5 lakh employees, if you take Indian Railways, there are 12 lakhs employees. So you are paying salaries to them. It is a large investment which you are doing in your organization, right? So I need to utilize the manpower with 100% efficiency. It should not be like that. I recruited 50 people and I am not utilizing them. I didn't provide any work to them. They are simply coming and going. So, but still you are paying the payment to them at the end of the month, which is a loss to your organization. You need to utilize the manpower with efficient manner. You should not hire the people and keep them on bench, because of which you will be losing the money out of the investment. Then machinery, right? So every organization is involvement of lots of machinery, right? Let us say if I go to any one of the company, there will be hundreds of worth of machineries will be there. If you go to any of the car industry, Tata Motors, there will be lot of money the company is investing in procuring lots of machines which will be used in the production processes. I have procured a machine which is of some 100 crores and I am not doing any production output from that particular machine. I am not operating that machine. It is a loss to my company, right? So you need to utilize the machine with 100% efficiency or more than 100% efficiency, right? Then only your organization, you will be getting the profit out of the investment which you have done against a particular machinery, right? Then what is the third one? Third one is a money itself. So I will be investing lots and lots of money in paying salaries to the employees, in procuring lots of machinery that are required for my production processes. I will be providing lots of facilities to the employees. All those things I will be investing money in my organization. If I am investing the money, I need to invest the money in a right direction, right? I need not to invest the money in a area where I am not getting profit out of the investment, which is the loss to my organization. In the market, everybody is procuring auto transmission cars, but I am producing manual transmission in my company. What will happen? Your product will not be sold. So you need to invest the money in the latest technology that outside customers are wanted to have it. So then you will automatically, your sales will increase and your profits of the organization will also get increased. So if you control these three parameters like manpower, machinery and money, your organization will be directly in a profit. If you are not able to control this, you don't know where you are investing your money in your organization. Let us say today I invested 100 in my company. After 1 month, if somebody asked you invested 100 crores on 11th September, where did you invested? How much amount of money paid to the machinery procurement? How much of money did you pay to the advertising? All those things. I should not have any record of the investment which I did today. But there are so many enterprise resource planning softwares that are available in the market, which will be used to record all the investments which you are doing against a manpower, machinery, and money. Let us say today I invested 100 crores. Immediately I will enter that 100 crores of investment which I did it in one of the software applications. Why I am entering? I wanted to maintain the record of the investment which I did it today for the future reference purpose. After 10 years, if somebody asked how much of money you have invested on 11th September, I will go to the software and simply execute one report. It will show it to you. On 11th September, you invested 100 crores. Out of 100 crores, 10 crores you made salaries, 50 crores you paid to procure one of the latest machinery, etc. like that. It will give you the information of the investments which you have done on the real time basis. It is not just some dummy information it is giving. It will give exact information of the investments which you have done on the real time basis. It is not an approximate value. Instead, it is a real time information of the data which you have made as on today. But, right? Okay. So there are various enterprise resource planning softwares that are available in the market. What is the need of having real time data? Right? Why you require a real time information? You don't want it to have approximate information. The real time information of the investments which you have done is required for decision making, right? Decision making. Like I am the production manager, I am the head of one of the company. You are the finance department person. I asked you last year how much sales we did it. You should not take 1 week time to tell me the answer, right? You should immediately tell, okay, last year we made a sales of some 100 crores. Why I asked you that question? Because I wanted to take some decision for the upcoming years. I wanted to plan my production or the sales for the future, next year. So if you say last year we made some sales of 100 crores, okay, I will plan 150 crores this year. I will take the decision immediately and I will invest the money accordingly. But if you take 1 week time to tell me we made some 100 crores of sales during last year, my decision will automatically delay, right? So you need to have a real time information of the data which will eventually enhance your decision making quickly. Decision making is very important in the organization's team. If you are delaying your decision, somebody will take the decision and you will be out of the market. So decision making needs to be taken in the industries on within a proper time limits. If you are delaying your decision, somebody will implement the technology by taking a quicker decision so that your product will be out of the market. So you need to cautious when to take the decision, how to take the decision, all those things if you are running an organization. So there are various enterprise resource planning softwares that are available in the market. For example, we are discussing about SAP, but there are some enterprise resource planning softwares that are available in the market, right? For example, I will quickly write it down over here. We have, I think, some 50, 60 are there. Like we have a Oracle is one of the enterprise resource planning software. We also have a JD Edwards. This is also one of the enterprise resource planning software. There is a ban. I think one of the students in this group, they already worked for ban as a ERP software. Then there is a Tally. I think you might have heard about it, Tally as well. One of the enterprise resource planning software. So Tally is one of the enterprise resource planning software that is available in the market. I think Rupali madam, are you speaking something? I see that your mic is on. I cannot hear you. Okay. So if you have any queries, please let me know, Tim, so that I will be able to clarify your doubts as well. So today is the first session we are having. So if you have any doubts or queries, we can discuss in the upcoming sessions on daily basis as well. Right. Right. So Oracle is one of the enterprise resource planning tool, and JD Edwards is one of the enterprise resource planning tool. We also have a ban, etc. as well. Apart from this, we also have a Microsoft. Give me a second, Steve. We also have a Microsoft Dynamics. We call it as MS Dynamics. MS Dynamics is one of the enterprise resource planning tools. Then Salesforce, there are many, right? And Oracle Financials, etc. So every software has its own importance. Every software has its own importance, and every software has one of the area in which it has lots of demand. Like if you see Oracle is having very much demand in the banking sector, right? Oracle Financials is one of the very good software which will be used in the banking sector. JD Edwards will be used in the human resource management solutions. What is human resource management solutions? Like the HRD department, like taking the attendance of the employees, running payroll, travel management, all those things, training and placement, all those things are related to the human resource management related activities, right? So JD Edwards is one of the software which will be used in one specific area. If somebody says, I want one software for our HRD department, I will suggest JD Edwards. Why? Because it has better solutions for human resource management related activities. Oracle is for banking sector. If a bank wanted to have the software for banking, then they will go for Oracle. Like this, we have BAN, Tally, Salesforce, etc. as well. Apart from this, so I just gave some 7 to 8 examples, team, but in the market there are almost 40, 50 softwares are available in the market, which will be used as a enterprise resource planning softwares. Along with this, we also have SAP, right? So we are trying to learn SAP. So what is a full form of SAP, team? Can anyone tell what is a full form of SAP? What is the full form of SAP, team? Any
Systems,
idea?
applications, and products in data processing.
Yeah. So SAP refers to the full form of SAP is the systems, applications, and products in processing the data. So SAP stands for systems, applications, and products in processing the data. Any software will be used to process the data only, right? Like if I am running an organization, I will be processing the data only. I will be creating invoices, I will be creating so many reports generation, etc. Right? It will be used to capture the data processing only, right? Then when I say SAP, SAP stands for systems, applications, and products in processing the data. So why SAP has termed a naming convention systems in their full form, right? I will just try to give you why SAP has considered systems in their naming convention, applications and products. Systems is nothing but for our better understanding purpose. So normally when we are going through the sessions, I will take one of the real-time industry scenario into consideration and try to correlate the business processes and map them in SAP, right? So normally I used to take a Tata group. Let us say Tata group is having, you already know what is a Tata group, right? So they are into motors business, Tata Motors, Tata Steel, Tata Retail, Tata Telecommunications, like that. They are into various businesses in India, right? So let us say Tata group is one of the group company. They wanted to implement SAP in their organization. So Tata Group is a group company. They are into manufacturing of various projects, right? So they are various manufacturing activities. They are producing cars, they are producing various projects, they are producing into retail sector, they are into telecommunication sector, so many things, right? They are into airways sector, etc. So Tata Group is one of the manufacturing company. Let us say Tata Group decided to implement SAP in their organization as the main accounting software. Why SAP is main accounting software for Tata Group? Because the legal reporting or the statutory reporting and the profit and loss statement generation, everything will be coming out of the SAP information. So that is the reason SAP will be called as a main accounting software for Tata Group. Again, within Tata Group, there are so many non-SAP applications also will be used. Like they will be using Java, they will be using Oracle, they will be using Microsoft Dynamics, they will be using Salesforce, they will be using AS400 or JD Edwards as well. They are using multiple softwares, but SAP is the main accounting software from which the financial reports like profit and loss statement will be executed. Along with SAP, there are also non-SAP applications. It is possible, right? So I have worked for one of the company where I did one project. Our client was using 80 non-SAP applications. They are using SAP. Along with SAP, they are using 80 non-SAP applications. There may be various reasons. Why? Because they may be using that application from long 50 years. Their employees are very well equipped to perform the activities in that particular software. So they don't wanted to remove that software. Instead, they wanted to utilize the software along with SAP, right? So I have worked for one of the project where we have used 80 different non-SAP applications. Along with the non-SAP application, you also have SAP. If you have a non-SAP and SAP application, there will be a situation where you need to transfer the data from one application to another application, right? I wanted to transfer the data from Java to SAP or SAP to Java, Oracle to SAP and Oracle to Java, SAP to Oracle. For example, in Java system, in Tata Group, they are taking attendance, the in and out of the employees. What is the attendance that a employee has taken during a particular financial year? What is his presented date? What is the in and out date of a particular employee? But the salary I am processing in SAP Human Resource Management module, right? So you have attendance in Java, but salary you are processing in SAP. To process the salaries, your SAP system needs to know how many days that employee has presented, how many days employee has absented, how many days he did a overtime, right? Then only your salary statement will be prepared, right? So you need to transfer that attendance data from Java to SAP. So if you are using multiple non-SAP applications along with SAP application, you need to develop interface between SAP to non-SAP or non-SAP to SAP to connect both the applications and try to transfer the data, right? So means why SAP has put its systems over here, this is the reason. In your client, if he is using multiple systems, you need to have integration between, should happen in a easy manner from SAP to other SAP, non-SAP applications. In SAP, we have one SAP standard functionality to do the connection between SAP to non-SAP applications. So that standard functionality we call it as the IDOC. IDOC means intermediate document. By using the IDOC functionality in SAP, you can have a electronic data interchange. You can transfer the data electronically from SAP to non-SAP applications. Nowadays, along with IDOC in SAP, we also using the API functionality. API means application programming interface. Web services is one of the another functionality. Then ALE, application logical enablement, and queues management. Queues management is one of the concept that will be used to transfer the data from SAP to non-SAP applications as well. Queues. Queues is also one of the functionality to transfer the data from SAP to SAP application. SAP to SAP application. In SAP, we have one module like SAP materials management is one module. You have SAP extended warehouse management. That is separate module. You created one document in SAP that document you wanted to transfer to EWM. It will be happening via a queues management. Core interface functionality we call it as extended warehouse management. That is separate module, right? So that is the reason SAP has put a naming convention systems in their full form of SAP team. So if you are working for a project or client, if you have a multiple systems available, you get the connection between SAP to non-SAP systems. You can integrate quite easily by using any of these functionalities like IDOC, application programming interface, web services, ALE, and queues management as well. So once we have completed our main topics of SAP, we are going to discuss these integration functionalities like IDOCs and what is a ADI, what set of configuration steps needs to be performed to generate an IDOC, what exactly the message types of IDOC, all those things we will be discussing. That's any doubts over here, team? So I'm just giving you some brief overview. So we still not went into the in detailed functionalities team. We will be going to discuss about in detailed functionalities at least once you have a little bit of understanding on the concepts. Any doubts over here?
No, no,
Okay
it's
then.
clear.
Yeah. So then we have application. What is an application? Application is nothing but the different modules that you have in SAP, right? Like you already know, in SAP we have a finance and controlling module, human resource management, sales and distribution, warehouse management, extended warehouse management, quality management, materials management, SAP APO, SRM, CRM, then what not. Like that, we have almost 150 different modules are available. Every module will support one particular business functionalities of an organization. So SAP MM, where SAP MM will support, we will see. We are concentrating on SAP MM. What exactly the functionalities that a SAP materials management is going to support, we are going to learn soon. Then what is a product? Product is nothing but the type of the industry sector, right? So if you go to the market, there are multiple industry sectors, right? Like we have oil and gas companies, right? There are so many oil and gas companies, like we have HPCL, BPCL, IOCL, Shell, all these are oil and gas industry sectors. There are mining sector, all mining companies. Power sector, NTPC, yes, mining sector also will use SAP. Then power sector or utilities sector, right? All power generation companies, electricity generation companies. Retail industries, all projects. There are so many projects that are going. All projects, mechanical engineering companies, pharma companies, chemical industries, whatnot. There are various industries that are available in the market, right? Every industry has a solution available in SAP specific to that industry requirements. Like if I take for example the oil and gas companies. In oil and gas companies, the solution that I need to define should be specific to oil and gas company. I cannot use the normal sales and distribution, the normal quality management functionalities in oil and gas industry. Why I cannot use? Because the industry requirement is in such a way. Like if you take oil and gas industry, what is the raw material used in the oil and gas industry? Crude oil, right? Is it freely available? I cannot, it is not freely available, right? If I wanted to have the crude oil in my refinery for 2028, I need to plan today only. It will take at least 2 years time or 4 years time to plan the procurement of the crude oil. So I cannot use the SAP standard materials management solution. Okay, I will tell you. So to suffice the solution of the oil and gas industry, we need to have a separate solution available, right? We need to have a proper solution which will suffice the requirement of oil and gas industry business process, right? Like if you go to the oil and gas industry, there is something known as industry specific oil and gas solution or module. Separate module is there in SAP. You cannot use SAP or sales and distribution, which are SAP modules in oil and gas industry. If you wanted to go to the oil and gas industry, you need to procure the solution of industry specific oil and gas module solution of SAP. Right? Why? Because it has all the solutions specific to that industry oil and gas module. So mining companies. Mining companies also I cannot use the normal modules of SAP or sales and distribution. SAP has developed altogether a different solution to support the mining industry requirements. IS mining, we call it as a SAP IS mining module. IS stands for industry specific. Power sector also, SAP IS utilities, industry specific. Utilities are power. In the SAP IS retail, industry specific retail. So like that, based upon the industry and the type of the business that you are doing in a particular industry, your system, your SAP has provided the multiple solutions specific to that particular industry requirements. So that is the reason they included the products over here in the full form of SAP systems, applications and products in processing the data. So we have so many other softwares. We have Oracle Financials, we have JD Edwards, we have BAN, we have Oracle, etc. So what is the every software has its own advantages and disadvantages. SAP is also having their own advantages as well. What are the SAP advantages? SAP advantages is this is one of the oldest software. It was developed during 1972. Today is 2024, right? It is almost 52 years in the market. I think none of the another software available in the market for 50 years. You might have observed there are so many softwares came in the market, right? They will stay for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years max. After 15 years, there will be one more software coming. This software will be coming out of the market, right? But SAP is not like that. Still, SAP is still in the market from long 50 years. I can say it will be still there for the upcoming 40 years as well. What could be the reason? What could be the reason of SAP staying in the market? The reason is SAP upgrade their solutions on timely manner. They reinvent themselves on the solutions what they have provided, and based upon the customer feedback, they are enhancing their solutions team. They will be enhancing their solutions, right? So SAP is enhancing their solutions team accordingly. They will be enhancing their solutions, right? Let us say you take if you don't enhance your skills, if you don't enhance the latest technologies in the market, you will be out of the market, right? What happened to the mobiles? Earlier people used to have the all button mobiles, right? Keyboard with buttons, keypad. But later all smartphones are came, so those keypad mobiles are out of the market. So you need to enhance your skills and reinvent your skills to develop your new technologies. Then only you will be in the market. Same is the case with SAP as well. SAP has enhancing their solutions. They release new solutions. During 1972, they released one version, SAP R1 version. And from SAP R1 to R2, R3, HANA and S4 HANA, like that, they have upgraded their solutions based upon the customer feedback. The latest solution that is happening is S4 HANA 2023 version. After 2 years, I think they may go for 2024. It will have upgraded solution compared to 2023. So that is the reason SAP reinvent their solutions quite frequently, so that the new technologies or the functionalities what they are bringing will be attracted by the customers, so that they will presently available actively in the market. So that is their strategy. So one of the advantages SAP supports multiple languages. SAP supports English as a primary language. SAP supports, I think, 45 different languages, 45 or 44. So it supports English as a primary language. Along with English, they also support some country-specific local languages. Like it supports Germany language, it supports Spanish, it supports Finnish, it supports so many languages, right? It supports almost 44 different languages, along with English as a primary language. Is one of the major advantage of SAP application. One is they reinvent themselves on quite timely manner. Then the second one is they support multiple languages. So how SAP is supporting multiple languages team, right? I just wanted to give you some brief overview how SAP supports multiple languages, right? SAP supports multiple languages, English as a primary language. Along with English, they also support the 44 different languages, right? So team, so I think some students in this group, they are already aware of it, how SAP software looks like this. But most of the students, they haven't seen SAP application till today. So if I wanted to have the SAP application, I need to install one of the logon pad over here. This is called as a SAP logon pad, or in SAP terminology we call it as a GUI. So this is called as a GUI. So GUI stands for graphical user interface. So graphical user interface. So GUI stands for a graphical user interface. So since I am providing the training for some of the other students, I have already downloaded this SAP logon pad, right? So if once we go through some of the sessions, we will also share one link and the steps to download this particular SAP logon pad. You need to follow those steps and try to log on it. If you are facing some issues while downloading this SAP logon pad, our coordinator will help you out in this as well. So our coordinator, if you call them, they will help you out in downloading this user interface as well. So once I downloaded this interface, I need to maintain some server settings for which I wanted to have the connectivity. How I will maintain? I will just double click on it. When I double click on it, SAP GUI for Windows will open. SAP GUI for Windows, right? So this is SAP GUI for Windows is opened over here, right? So 1 minute team, I got one message. Right, so there are SAP GUI for Windows is now opened over here, right? So if I double click on it, it will open GUI for Windows, so release 800. So this is the GUI screen team. So here I need to configure the server information. I have multiple servers configured, but I will try to show it to you one of the server which I have configured. If I select this particular server and go to the changes or edit. So what is the server I connected? I connected the application server as 49.206.196.5 instance 71 and system ID S4H. So this information our coordinator will be sharing it to you. What will be the application server instance name and the system ID. You need to configure these things like this, but our coordinator will help you if you are facing any issues in configuring this as well. I have multiple servers configured because I am providing the training for multiple students. Whenever there is a requirement, I will switch between one server to another server to provide a particular specific task, etc. Once I configure the server information to log in into this SAP application, I just need to double click on it. When I double click on it, it will direct me into the user ID and the password maintenance screen. So I have my own user ID provided. I am using the user ID as user1. Password is India@1234 I capital. India@1234. You will also be provided with your own user ID and the password. So you can use that user ID and the password to log in into the application. By default, I can see the language as E and E instance for English over here, right? So once I have user ID and the password entered, so I will go to the enter button over here. When I click on enter, it will direct me into the SAP Easy Access menu, right? So this menu looks very small team, but if you dig down into this, you will have hundreds of subscreens included in it. Let us say, for example, so here we have so many. Let us say I am the SAP consultant. So this is a front end screen or a end user screen where the business users will be performing the transactions over here. For example, I am the SAP consultant. I wanted to generate one report, right? Let us say I wanted to generate one inventory evaluation report. I wanted to see what and all the stocks that I have in my warehouse as a one single report. So MB52 is the report by using which I would like to execute a particular report. So this is if you see this report everywhere you can see the headings and the information of each and every element in English team, right? So this is one of the report which you will be executing by using English as a primary language. I'm just giving you some brief overview. No need to worry. So I just wanted to see some one of the another report. Let us. I wanted to see what is a active accounting documents that are generated. This is one report. So you can see this report in English as a primary language, right? Like this, you will be performing thousands of transactional data. I just gave you some brief overview. So I am not a end user, right? I am learning the course as a consultant. I am not a end user for which I am learning the course. I am learning for the perspective of consulting. As a consultant, you are going to perform lots of backend configuration settings to develop a particular business scenario, right? Like there is one more backend configuration screen where you are performing lot of backend configurations. So if I go to the tools, then there is a customizing, then implementation guide, SPRO execute project. So this is a backend configuration screen team. So this is one of the screen. As a consultant, I will be doing lots of backend configurations to map a industry specific business scenarios execution or the mappings, right? So as a SAP consultant, I will be spending lot of time in customizing the solutions, right? To do the customizing of the solutions, I will be performing a lot of backend configurations over here. This seems to be very tricky, but I have almost 17 years of experience. I was not able to do 5% of these configurations only in my total experience. In your entire tenure, you will learn 1 or 2 modules, that's it. Maximum 1 module you will learn, you will be retired. So that much solutions are available in SAP team, right? So you will be learning SAP along with SAP you will be learning EWM, that's it in your entire tenure. Once you learn all these modules, you will be getting retired, that's for sure. So that much high volume of configurations that are available over here. So this is how SAP is supporting English as a primary language. I don't know English. Let us I know a Germany. How SAP is supporting Germany as a secondary language. Let us see. So if I go to the if I go to the SAP S4 HANA, then user 1 and India 1, 2, 3. And the logon language over here is, let us say, Germany. DE I will put. DE stands for Germany. So the version which you are using for our training purpose is S4 HANA 2022. Right, so 22 or 23, the latest versions only we will be using as a part of our course duration. Once I have DE over here and click on enter, again click on enter. So here you can say this is a Germany language, right? This is not an English. It looks like English only, but this is not a in German. This is not an English. It is a Germany language, right? So if I click on further, it will go to the Germany, etc. That means if I know Germany as a language, I will be able to perform the transactions in Germany as a consultant. The same is the backend configurations as well. So if I go to the backend configurations and go to the implementation guide, but we don't know Germany, right? But not sure how to go over here. But this is how your backend configuration screens also looks like you by using these backend configurations. You will be able to perform the backend configurations in your country specific local language, Germany as well. So whenever you are procuring the licenses for SAP, you need to inform to the SAP company, we want English as a primary language. Along with English, we also wanted to have one country specific local language to us. So by using that country specific local language, we will be able to do the transactions in country specific local language along with English as well. Okay, Tim. So today I just wanted to give you some brief overview on what exactly a SAP is and how it is supporting the organizations. So the course duration will be almost 100 hours a team. It will take almost 100 hours of the time. That means it will take 3 to 3.5 months. So we have so many topics to be discussed. So the course content I will be sharing it to you tomorrow. Tomorrow, once we started the discussion, I am going to discuss about the course content, right? So this is a SAP course content over here. I will go through the content, what and all the topics we have over here. So tomorrow I will go through the course content, and we will see what exactly the topics which we are going to cover as a part of our course duration, and proceed further accordingly, right? So we have this entire course will take almost 100 hours of the tenuity. So we are going to discuss about the functionalities in one of the latest version, that is HANA and S4 HANA. So I will be sharing the today's recording to our coordinator. She will be again sharing back to you. Once you got the recording, so you need to download that recording immediately to your local desktop and save it on your local desktop. If you don't download, it will be expired within 7 days. If you don't download the recording in 7 days, that recording will get expired within 7 days. After expiration, you will not be able to load the recording or download the recording, etc. Okay, team. So we will stop that session over here today. If you have any doubts or queries, we can discuss further 5 more minutes. Any doubts, team? Any doubts regarding the course or any of the topic? Yeah.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
Sir, actually, you told that plus EWM. So I want to know that EWM is like it's a part of the course or it's a different course.
No, EWM is separate course itself. It has lots of topics available. It's a separate training program altogether.
Oh, okay. So to learn EWM, we have to learn
Yes, is mandatory. You need to have knowledge on as well as some of the sales and distribution functionalities.
Okay. And sir, what about the projects? Like it will be the support project as a training part or implementation project, sir?
It's implementation only, but so whatever may be the activities that are performed in the support projects also, we will give you understanding. Yeah, but we will give you those understandings at the end of the sessions, not initially.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So any other doubts, team, you have? Okay, team. So if there is no doubts, so we will meet tomorrow sharp 9 a.m. in the morning, Indian Standard Time. So tomorrow we will go through the course content initially. Once we have course content discussed, we will go through the step-by-step process activities as a part of our course duration. Thanks, team. Thanks a lot for your time. Thank you. Bye.